my friends, it's Miss Melanie. I'm here to read you a story, and today we're going to read The Legend of Spookley, the Square Pumpkin. It is written by Joe Triano, and the author is who writes the words. The illustrator is Susan Banta, and Susan is the one who did the pictures. The illustrator makes the pictures. So let's find out about Spookley, our square pumpkin. One day in the pumpkin patch, the strangest little pumpkin hatched. Spookley wasn't like his friends, where they had curves, he had ends. Spookley was different, he was odd, he was rare. Spookley the pumpkin wasn't round, but he was square. You see him over here? He's square. While the round pumpkins had fun rolling along, poor Spookley sat there shaped all wrong. He tried and tried with all his might, but he couldn't budge. He just sat tight. The other pumpkins teased him because he was square. Spookley wished he was round and could roll everywhere. That is until one night when they all discovered it's fine to be round when the weather is fair, but there are times it's better to be square. See all the other pumpkins rolling around? And look at Spookley. Look at his face. He doesn't look too happy, does he? Halloween was just a day away when a mighty storm blew across the bay. It tossed the round pumpkins to and fro. It snapped their vines, then off they'd go. Bouncing left and slamming right, banging, bashing, what a sight. Spookley sat there filled with fright, but glad to be square on that stormy night. Look at all the other pumpkins rolling around. But not Spookley. Spookley's not rolling. Why isn't Spookley rolling? Yes, you're right, because he's square. He's not round. Suddenly, the fence gave away. 3 pumpkins rolled out and into the bay. Oh no. Look. They rolled right out of the patch and into the water. Spookley knew what he must do. It was up to him. He was the one. He teetered, he tottered, he tipped and he tried. He finally flipped. He was on one side. Again he tipped, again he flipped, and then... Where was he going? What do you think he was going to do? Let's find out. He stopped right in the hole where the fence had snapped. He blocked the way. The hole was capped. All the pumpkins shouted hooray. Spookley the square pumpkin had saved the day. Then a pumpkin hit him with a whack. He thought his shell would start to crack. Then another one hit him with a bump, and another one with a smack. So Spookley moved to where? Yes, he moved to cover the hole. Why did he want to cover the hole? You're right, so all the pumpkins can stay safe in the garden, in the pumpkin patch. Then one by one, a ton of pumpkins piled on the stack with a bang and a bash and a crunch and a crash, and then it all went black. Look what the storm did. The storm blew all the pumpkins around inside of the fence. And look at Spookley. He's down at the bottom, plugging the hole so nobody can get out. At dawn, when the storm had stopped, The farmer came out and checked on his crop. He picked up his pumpkin one by one and laid them out in the warm, dry sun. And when the last one was moved away, the farmer could see what had saved the day, an odd-shaped pumpkin, short and dense, and wedged against the broken fence. Its shell was bruised, its stem was too, but there was this brave little Spookley, sitting straight and strong and true. Right then and there, the farmer knew, of all the seeds he'd ever sown, Spookleys were the most special that had ever grown. Why did he think Spookley was very special? Because he was square, yes. And why? Why, yes. What did Spookley do for the farmer? He saved the pumpkins from rolling away. Very good. And the next year, when it was time to sow, he sowed those seeds in every row. He watered and weeded and watched them grow. And oh, that morning about mid-June, when the pumpkin patch began to bloom, there were tiny pumpkins everywhere, hundreds and hundreds. And most of them were, what shape? Look at the pumpkins. Yes, most of them are square now. But some were cubes, some were rectangles, some were flat, and others were triangle. There was a bed of bright red ones and 2 rows of blue. Look at the blue pumpkins. There were polka dot pumpkins and rainbow ones too. Polka dots and the rainbow. There were thousands of colors and hundreds of shapes. Oh, what a garden of variety makes. Are they the same? No, they're different. How are they the same? Yes, they're all pumpkins. They're all pumpkins, but they're all different shapes and sizes and colors. Very good. Now, every year on Halloween, Spookley's patch is quite a scene. People come from far and near to see what wonders grew that year. They stop, they gawk, they gaze, they stare. Then they pick a pumpkin that's round, triangular, or perfectly square. Now you know the story of how Spookley grew. Maybe someday you'll tell someone too, and they'll go tell someone who will go tell another, and maybe one day we'll all discover you can't judge a book or a pumpkin by its cover. See, they're all different shapes, all different sizes, and all different colors. But they are all still what? Pumpkins. Very good. And I want to ask you questions, my friends. In the beginning of the story, Spookley wanted to what? He wanted to be like all the other pumpkins, round. But Spookley was square. What did the other pumpkins do to Spookley in the beginning of the story? They made fun of him and they teased him because why? Because he was square. He was different, right? He was different. He wasn't the same. Is it okay to tease and make fun of people or friends that are different than you? No, it's not. Very right. People are different. We're different colors. We're different sizes. Some are big. Some are little. Some are wide. Some are thin. And everybody has different looks. Everybody has different color hair and different color eyes. We have different color skin. But it's not nice to make fun of people who are different. We are all human. We just like Spookley, he's a pumpkin. They are both pumpkins. They just look different. And that's what makes them special. Everybody's different. We don't want to be the same. That's what makes us unique. So let's be friendly to all our friends, and I hope you enjoyed the story of Spookily, the square pumpkin. Have a good day. Bye, my friends.